Hello everyone, we would like to introduce the Chart Guys' newest course, Essential Candlesticks and the Patterns that they create. This is something that I, 9 years into my trading journey, take for granted. I look at a chart and I can instantly, subconsciously know what the candlestick shapes are telling me, the patterns that they are creating, and the market psychology that's going on behind the scenes to create those candlestick shapes. Obviously, I had to learn this at some point, and it was literally step number 1 of my technical analysis education journey was understanding what these candlestick shapes are telling us. So after going through this 12-hour course, you'll be able to understand why candlesticks are essential for trading success, develop your own ability to observe and react to the market trends and changes, develop an understanding of market psychology and how this phenomenon influences price action, as well as a whole bunch more. I'm going to link this website in the description of this video so you can check out more information for yourself. We've got examples of the modules and we break down exactly how this course is compiled. And essentially what it is a big chunk of book learning. So it's going to break down what these patterns are telling us: 2 candlestick bullish patterns, 3 candlestick bullish patterns, 2 candlestick bearish patterns, so on and so forth. Some live examples of those patterns playing out, and then tying it all together as to how we can use understanding these patterns to benefit our trading. My partner, Chart Guys Jason, goes through the meat of this course, breaking down all these individual patterns. I personally chime in with more abstract psychological topics of discussion, the art of observation, the psychology of a candle, and things of that nature. But we look forward to you checking this course out, and we appreciate your support as always. Have a great rest of your day. Howdy crypto friends, checking in on the market. We're going to look at Bitcoin Ethereum Litecoin XRP BNB TRX. So there's a lot of drama going on with Quadriga, the exchange in Canada, and if you're not aware of that, certainly something worth checking out. I don't think they'll make a documentary on it someday, but it'll definitely be included in documentaries, and a whole lot of mystery, and you got Reddit out looking for clues, so interesting to follow along. Certainly unfortunate for those who are having their funds tied up in that right now. Hopefully it works out for the best, but at this point, definitely not looking good. So I'm watching on Bitcoin here. A couple things have caught my attention, and I'll just run through what I've been watching the past day or so. And first things first is the hourly bull volume. So looking at just the last 24, 48 hours, we had a solid bounce with solid bull volume, not a whole lot of bear volume on the pullback, increasing bull volume, notable again, decreasing bull volume, but a notable chunk, and some high bull volume mixed in here. So basically what I'm seeing in the last couple days of trading is bull volume is outweighing the bear volume. We just had a 4-hour equilibrium that broke bullish with no follow-through. So the bulls are still struggling with follow-through, but this has me paying attention. When I see the bull volume starting to get favored when we've been trading in this pattern on the daily time frame, and then looking at the last 3 weeks, you can draw a descending triangle pattern, which generally is a bullish pattern. Those two things combined have me interested in what the bulls can put together here in the next couple of days. So I personally will be looking to play Litecoin if I do enter a position. Litecoin has some clear resistance, which we'll look at in just a moment. But what we're looking at is this descending triangle pattern, and we're bumping up against resistance right now. So we have 3 rejections from resistance, more than 3 bounces off of support, and we're right there at those levels. The daily exponential resistance has also been my guide. If you've been watching along, you certainly know that. And that's going to be a key level that has to break. So what the bulls are going to have to prove to us on this break of this descending triangle, if that is indeed what it is, we're going to have to see a high volume day with volume on Coinbase over 9,000 on Bitcoin. We're going to have to see a break of 3483, and we're going to have to turn these exponential moving averages into support. So again, the bulls aren't proving anything to us at this point. I'm just noticing some initial little signs with volume that I want to be paying attention to. And also you definitely want to, look at that on different exchanges and see what the volume profile looks like in comparison. So here on Bitfinex, if we were just going to compare and look at the hourly time frame, we can see that these spikes in volume the past couple days have favored the bulls. And again, just looking generally at the 4-hour volume, it is the bull volume that is outweighing the bear volume. So let's see if this is an instance where volume precedes price. And again, we're going to have to see that volume price spike, or I should say the volume spike on the daily time frame. We have multiple daily inside bars to be watching as well. So yesterday was an inside bar, pretty much still an inside bar within that range today. And if we don't break that today, certainly going to break that tomorrow. Ethereum on the daily chart, struggling at the daily exponential resistance. still pulling back, and you could draw a pretty similar descending triangle here, and might as well do it, but going to be looking a lot like what we're looking at on Bitcoin. Not as much of a wedge, more of a channel, but let's see if we pull back down towards support. That's the other alternative. If these bull breaks do not happen, we're going to drop back down towards the support on these channels, which means heading back down towards our recent lows. So I'm not really interested in Ethereum right now. It's not showing strength comparative to Bitcoin. It's certainly not showing strength comparative to Litecoin. So keeping an eye on it, but have no interest in it. And it's pretty much just mimicking Bitcoin right now. And we are watching for a bull move over the daily exponential resistance, which has rejected the price essentially 6 times that it's been tested now. So have to turn that into support. So Litecoin is a better setup in my opinion. The daily time frame, we had a bull break over 34, and now it's been met with very healthy inside bars of consolidation on the daily. We're on our 3rd daily inside bar in a row with a double top of 34.15. So bulls have to break 34.15 and then follow through with a break of 34.66 to make our way back into this space where there is a lack of resistance right now. If we look on the 4-hour time frame for Litecoin, we can see that we did just lose the 4-hour support, but the bears got no follow through on that break of support. So if we were to look at this on a bit longer term time frames, we would have our high, low, lower high, and right now we're looking for this higher low. If we were to combine this and look at the 6-hour time frame, we can see that we haven't really established a clear higher low just yet compared to 32.47. So it does shift things a little bit if you condense the pattern a bit more, but there's our double top at 34.15 that's going to have to break. And if the bulls are able to break that level, I'm going to be interested in Litecoin. Also, definitely ensuring that Bitcoin has to be making a bull move as well with some solid volume behind it. Short-term support for Litecoin is 33.26 and then 32.47 down there. But all about the daily inside bars for Bitcoin and Litecoin heading into tomorrow. XRP on the daily time frame has also struggled at the daily exponential resistance. We rejected back here in mid-January, and now we've rejected here again on this most recent bounce attempt and also dropped to lower lows. So our new lower high on the daily time frame is 318. Anything under that's just a lower high. And support, we don't have much until the double bottom down at 285. So a very tight range today, low volume, inside bar forming. And on the 4-hour time frame, we have to clearly get over exponential resistance and change the trend to shift momentum. And just looking at this 4-hour pattern the last couple days and comparing it to Litecoin on the 4-hour pattern the last couple days, it's a completely different story. So XRP on the daily chart, aside from that quick bull spike in response to the interview, has been showing us that it's been weaker than these big 3 that we track. And that is keeping pretty much in line with the case. We were looking at XRP and noting how it was weaker than everybody back here at the end of December. So still the case at this point, and we'll certainly be keeping an eye out for if that does change. TRX USDT, we had some stop buys trigger, but this is one that I'm watching on longer term time frames as well. And if we look on the weekly time frame, let's see if the equilibrium is standing out clearly. Not really. We have multiple inside bars to be watching. Although we did break to a higher high this week, it's pretty much a double top. But what I'm watching on this daily chart is the high of the big bull move, the low of the dump, lower high at 306. Come on, support. And a higher low formed down here at 24. So now we're watching, is this our new lower high compared to 306 at 2914? If this inside bar that's forming, if that were to break bearish, then we would say, yes, this is our new lower high at 2914. And if it breaks bullish, then we'll say, nope, not yet. We haven't pulled back enough from it yet. So the most important levels for me right now, 2658 support and resistance of 2914 and 3060. Congrats to the Binance Bulls. They have been standing out. Just like XRP has been standing out as a lead bear since December, Binance has been standing out as a lead bull for quite some time as well. We had the double bottom at 594 leading to the bull break signal, breaking the 4-hour lower highs at 620. We've obviously seen huge follow through since then, 20% to the upside. But here was another signal where we had a daily inside bar with a double top at 690 break bullish. And at this point, huge follow through from there as well, another 10% move. So looking at it on the 4-hour time frame, we had a clear bull move, a solid pullback, and then we saw continuation and broke that resistance without a whole lot of effort So very nice job by these bulls. Huge volume pouring in on the hourly time frame. We're tightening up, so it's telling me there's a 15-minute equilibrium forming with our high and low, and we're watching for a lower high compared to 775. Key support is 744. So watching this tightening 15-minute pattern, if we break the 15-minute bearish, we zoom out to the hourly, and we'll look for an hourly higher low to form. But look at this weekly chart for Binance. It has been bouncing at this point, and we're pushing 100% gain from its lows, and we've been stair-stepping, so we've established a couple support levels on the way up. Granted, where we dumped from, we're still not recovering significantly, but again, the bulls will take it at this point. In this very bearish crypto market environment, Binance is standing out as a bull, as it has been for some time. So keeping an eye out on the volume for the bulls. Bitcoin, we need an inside bar bull break. We need 9,000 volume plus on Coinbase. We need to get over the daily exponential resistance. And again, Litecoin will be my horse if that is how it does play out. But going to be skeptical and going to be cautious, and certainly not entering any positions anticipating bull moves. I need to see I need to see the bulls start to prove it with volume before I do get interested. So let's see if we get some action in the middle of this week. I appreciate you watching. Do some good things out there. Heading to Puerto Rico this week, so videos may be a bit sparse as I travel, but I'll certainly check in, especially if the action heats up. Have a good day.